Welcome back, trader. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to find sniper entries in the markets. So if you're new to the family, welcome. My name is Pedro. I do Forex trading. We do live streams twice a day. So if you're new to the family, make sure you can subscribe below, hit that thumbs up. And with that being said, let's just dive right in, guys. So what did we see overall? And in fact, I'm going to be covering this GJ, this GJ trade that we took together. And in fact, it actually went over 123 pips in our favor. And I'm going to show you exactly how to find these precise entries specifically at certain times. So make sure you guys stick around closer to the end of the video, which I'm going to break this down exactly how we caught this beautiful trade. Okay, so obviously we want to mark off our key areas, but more importantly, we want to understand what direction we're going. What direction is the market going? Is it going up? Is it going down? Is it trending sideways? Right? Once we figure that out, we understand, okay, you know what? The market is bearish right now. So for this GJ trade, I knew that overall we were bearish, okay? We were creating lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, okay? In fact, we actually started to reject this 4-hour area of structure, and we thought, hey, you know what? Price is probably going to shift its overall structure and start going bullish, right? But you have to understand that the overall bias isn't always going to stick longer term, right? We as traders got to focus on these little areas of the markets. Don't focus so much longer term, because the markets could completely change its overall sentiment at any time, right? There could be news that could change the overall bias, right? So you have to always keep that in the back of your mind, okay? Now, I did get this pullback here, so I said that we got another trade opportunity here. I think we caught 87 pips to the T, which went perfectly. I was originally targeted this area, but I let it run, and then I took it off at that area at 87 pips profit, guys, which was insane. But I knew that we were looking to continue its move down. This was essentially just a complex pullback, and in fact, this specific trade was actually a counter trend trade. So how do we find these perfect entries? We have to look at the bigger picture always. So we knew that this was a major area of structure that was broken. So pay attention to this. The fact that we broke this previous area that price in the past had respected as resistance, we can see it over here, guys. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Right? We have resistance over here. We have support over here, right? And what did we have here? We had support as well too, believe it or not, until the next 4-hour candle proved us otherwise, right? And we got the break of the lows. So this area of structure to me was an area of significance. Typically, price will come to these areas and react to them, right? And so I knew that most likely price was going to come this area again and probably either range in this area or either give us a potential continuation to the upside. We didn't get that. We got the break of the lows, and that's fine. So then this is when I said, okay, perfect. It's breaking the lows. Most likely it's going to come to my next area of support in this case, and most likely we're going to get some sort of a retest. At that time, when I actually was looking at this specific pair, I knew that most likely we were starting to pull back and price was starting to stall out at this area. The problem that most traders do, okay, they see price like this and they just want to enter on shorts. Why? Because they see that they have the nice pullback, okay? They get the strong momentum, they get the pullback, and then they're like, oh, it's bearish. So they enter here and then they get stopped out. Okay, check this out. I was literally telling everyone on the stream, on the live streams that we usually have, I told them that we were going to wait for London to kick in and give us the pullback of these highs up here. So previous level support, okay, retesting it as a future level of resistance. And so I knew that price was most likely going to grab liquidity before it was going to give us that push to the downside. And hence, look at what happened, guys, on the 1-hour time frame. We literally had one wick come up to this high. So assuming if you would have gotten on shorts here, you would have been stopped out. However, because I understood the sentiment in the bigger picture that we were trending to the downside, that we broke the lows, that was a major key area of structure, that most likely we were going to pull back and not just automatically start pulling back down or continuing to move to the downside just because we pulled back a little bit. We have to understand that these areas are important, and most likely price is going to come back up higher and sell off at a more expensive price, right? So this is a lot more than just a break and retest or a certain key level, right? This is a lot more of understanding how the market moves and the overall sentiment in areas of supply or demand. So this is really, really important. I obviously do teach this with my one-on-one students more specifically and more in depth, but also my VIP students do witness my overall analysis, and this really helps you as a trader kind of get this extra edge essentially, right? So let's narrow it down to the 30-minute time frame. And as you guys can see, literally I have highlighted this area over here, and this is specific wick. If we actually look at the time, it was literally at London open. So 2:30, 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. here, Eastern Standard Time. You can see literally price opened up. We saw a massive rejection to the upside, so a massive pullback to the upside. exactly to our area of resistance. So my area of interest where I wanted to short, right? And so if you look at this here, guys, obviously we went down the smaller time frames. We saw that we got this bearish closure here. It wasn't our ideal, let's put it this way, it wasn't a full engulfing candle, but we knew we were rejecting this area. So at this point, all you do is put your stops above this resistance area, okay? And what happened? We saw a beautiful move to the downside, guys. And if we were to actually play this out from zero, you'll see that it ended up going exactly as expected. Because if you look at this here for price, you would think, oh, you know what? It's looking like, you know what I mean? We actually broke these previous highs here. And so there's a higher probability we might start looking for buys, you know, because maybe the sentiment's changing, right? And you know what? We're above the EMA, right? Typically, people guide themselves so much on EMAs, so much on indicators that they don't realize the actual market sentiment, right? So we entered here on shorts. And if we actually play this out, you'll see exactly, obviously you saw what happened. Price went exactly as expected. And this was literally at London open, right? I literally avoided a mistake of getting in here lower, right? Pre-London, right? And talking about looking at shorts down here and getting stopped out, but being patient and waiting for my entry and waiting for price to come to my areas of interest for me to then look for shorting opportunities. It's that simple, guys. It's literally waiting for your plan to roll out for you to then execute, okay? If we play this out, you guys will see take profit smash. In fact, it ended up running all until New York session. Price went on a pullback here and then it ended up capitulating to the downside afterwards. So great example of price respecting our area of interest, continuing its move to the downside. Why? Because we were bearish on the higher time frames. We were continuing to go down lower, creating lower highs and lower lows. And there you go. Take profit smash at about 100 pips, basically, essentially 118 pips. Exactly, guys. Okay. If you guys want to be able to take trades like this, exactly how I share this on my streams, and you want to be able to know my entries, guys, make sure you guys check out my VIP Inner Circle. The link is in the video description below for that. And as well, if you're new as well, make sure you check out our free Telegram. It's absolutely free to join in. We have an amazing community on there as well. All the links are in the video description below. And if you want to start a challenge, guys, I do have a 300K, so 200K and a 100K funded account with Rocket21. The link is in the video description below. Take advantage of my discount code on there, guys. Thank you so much. Have yourself a blessed day and God bless.